Hello. We are in Seattle, Washington at
Jack Black. Captain Black's.
Captain Jack Black. This week we listened to The Fall Off by J. Cole. This is my friend Emanuel.
Hi. This
Uh,
is my friend Autumn.
Hi. What do you think?
I thought this album was really long. It was an hour and 41 minutes, which is kind of insane for a hip hop album.
Yeah.
I feel like I've noticed a trend with like a lot of artists just releasing like as many extra songs as possible. And I feel like J. Cole is kind of like going with that a little bit. It was 2 discs. So yeah.
Two
It
discs.
was quite a bit.
The album is longer than my plane ride here, and that bothered me a lot.
Yeah.
It's 2 discs. It's a 2-parter.
Yep.
He did a little past and present thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it works? Did you get it? Like,
I get it. I think it's like this is like a classic J. Cole album where he's talking about like the struggles of being poor and then the struggles of having too much money.
yeah,
And like sort of how it's like ironic. And it's just that that seems to be a lot of the songs.
that's a lot of the songs.
Yeah.
Every song he talks about the Ville.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with all of his other albums.
Yeah.
So much so that there is a song titled 2/6. The album was released on 2/6/26.
Oh my god. I didn't even know that.
3 of the songs are just straight up about the Ville.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many times he has to say it, that he represents the Ville and he
He
loves
is
the Ville.
from North Carolina.
Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think it's fun. I think if it had come out in like 2014, it would have been like really
14.
new and like pretty solid for the time. But it
Okay.
kind of feels, to me, this album felt a lot like things that I've already heard, like the instrumentals, most of the production. He kind of does that thing where he'll like start singing a little bit in the middle of the song, which is fun, but it's just like I don't know. I think he did a lot of this stuff already on like 2014 Forest Hills Drive, and it feels like it's been 12 years since that came out, and it's really similar.
Yeah, I mean, the first CD, the first disc or whatever, is basically just a retelling of his first 3 albums anyway.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a lot of new information in that first half. So it just ends up sounding like normal-ass J. Cole. And then the back half is just preachy and a lot of God talk and a lot of I found love,
Yes.
I figured it out. And it just falls flat for me. I don't think it's that interesting.
I agree. J. Cole, I think this is like a great narrative to run with, but J. Cole has been talking about like how good of a guy he is for like respecting women for a really long time.
Yes, and how good he is at not getting in beef.
Yeah. And it
Still
just
doing
feels
it.
a little like I'm so glad you're still like an upstanding citizen, J. Cole. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't feel super new to me,
Yeah, same.
but that's okay. How about like how things sound? How did you feel about like
There was no one song that I was blown away by how it sounded.
yeah.
I don't think. I did really like the Let Out. That was like a individual song
Yeah.
that wasn't like the rest.
Yes.
I saw that he was kind of getting a little bit of flack for it online just because it's just a little out there and kind of odd.
Yeah.
But that was very refreshing. and I liked that one. It was
Yeah.
cool. Like the singing chorus was nice. I did like that part. But no like production things stood out to me too bad.
Okay, one that I did like was the start of the second disc, the 39 intro.
Uh-huh.
The beat switch on that was really fun.
Big beat switch.
I really liked that. I think that was like sort of one of the moments during the album where I kind of like was jolted awake a little bit.
No, totally.
You know?
Absolutely.
And that was
yeah.
fun.
He's going back in.
He's
What is
going back in.
And then he doesn't go back in.
Yeah.
Like it's, I don't know. The second half of that song got me so hyped for some cool, unique J. Cole, and I didn't get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you have a favorite song? Of the 24 songs, was one your favorite?
I think that one.
Okay.
I think just the second half of that song.
Just the
was
second
my
half
favorite.
of that 6-minute song?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's basically one normal song.
We take it. I really liked The Fall Off Is Inevitable.
Yeah. That was fun.
It was just a cool premise, and he pulls it off pretty well. It's definitely the most interesting storytelling on the album, I think.
There are a few lyrics where you listen to it and you're like, oh, that's a really clever way. Well, okay, so the song like tells the story of his life backwards.
Yeah, like starting at his funeral, pretty much.
Yeah.
And like his children being born, him getting a record deal, like all that stuff, but back to the start.
And there were some bits that were really clever, and it kind of felt like Tenet, you know?
Oh, okay.
In
Yeah.
Tenet, there are some things where it's like, oh, the time is moving backwards in like a really clever way. And he sort of wrote a few bits like that, which was fun.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like the whole time he's like writing this like interesting premise, he's just saying the same stuff he's saying on every other song, but like backwards. Like it's always
Right,
like,
he's not saying anything new.
I found love, I made a lot of money, and everyone was so fake along the way. and then I had to hustle, and yeah.
Yeah. Concept is good. Substance didn't do it for me.
Substance did not do it for me.
Safety, I think, is my most enjoyed song from that album.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of a played out trope of he's rapping a phone call from a friend, and his friend is telling him news and well wishes and all this stuff, and it does feel really cool. And this was kind of a very recurring theme in this album is his friends dying too early.
Mm-hmm.
He brings it up in a lot of songs,
Yeah.
and obviously it's in conjunction with his talk of the Ville. You know, one or two songs are just about like violence there, and his friends dying. But this one I really liked. It's not him saying, it's a damn shame my friends keep dying. It's a friend of his giving another perspective on that,
Yeah.
who just got out of prison.
Yeah.
I really like that song. That was, again, nothing like new, but
No.
it's just a good concept and a good execution, and I really like that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty like the album it all sounds pretty okay.
It's an amazing 7.
Ye-
Just like a beautiful 7 out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it doesn't. I just think it's way too long. On the second disc, there's 4 love songs pretty much in a row, 3 love songs in a row that could have just been one song.
Mm-hmm.
And that took up like 15 minutes of time that just didn't need to exist.
Yeah.
So the second half really dragged for me.
Yeah.
But Quick Stop and The Whole World is the Ville and Ocean Way, the last 3 songs, did pick up the pace again. But there was just like a little dead chunk in disc 2 that I did not rock with.
Yeah. It's like too little, too late. I think for me this is honestly a 5.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these themes he talks about on like the song Power Trip, which is so old. Like
Trip.
Power Trip is one of his like early songs. It has like Miguel as a feature.
Oh.
Really catchy.
Okay.
It's and he tells a lot of his like a lot of the like moral things that he's getting at, a lot of his life story stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He actually just covers in that song. So it's just like
Just listen to that song instead of this
listen
album.
to that song, maybe listen to like Born Sinner. I think J. Cole used to make some really fun music, but there was no part on again, there was one part where I sort of woke up and was like, oh, I kind of like how that sounds. It's kind of fresh. It's kind of okay.
Totally.
I think it would be a 7 if it were like released by a completely random new person. But
That's fair.
I don't know.
I mean, who is there left to inspire poor J. Cole? If
I
all
don't
of
know.
if he's the best in the world.
Yeah, and I think I feel like this is a thing with a lot of artists is like once you get too famous, it's like you've already told a lot of your really like impactful stories.
Yeah, the stuff that made you famous and the stuff that people connected
Yeah.
with in the first place.
And so then all that's left is like your story of your experience being famous and like that struggle, and that sort of ceases to be relatable and it just becomes very I don't know, kind of like self-indulgent maybe.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
like the only reference is to your own like I don't know, it's like the reference is just to your own experience, not to your own like humanity almost. I don't know. It just kind of starts losing some of its flavor after a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, J. Cole made a completely fine album.
J. Cole made a completely
It might be
fine
his last album. Supposedly.
Yeah.
Um,
And
yeah,
I think that's okay. I think
I
that's
don't
totally
think he has.
fine.
I think he said pretty much everything he has to say. is
J.
what it
Cole
seems like.
has nothing left to prove. And now we know.
Now we know. All right. Well, I've said my piece.
I've said mine.
Tell me, what are we listening to next week?
Oh man. Can we cut? So I didn't actually think of it. The Jungle is the Only Way Out by Mariba.
Mariba.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, one of my favorites. Really good.
Sick.
Yeah. Thank you, Autumn.
Thank you, Emanuel. Bye. Good job.
Thank you.
That was sick.